and thanks for staying with us. Nigerian Customs Service surpasses the revenue target for 6 months with a total of 3.6 trillion. Also on customs report, new controllers emerged in some commands as approved by the management of Nigerian Customs Service. Plus, more report. I am Igiseme Idinye. Stay tuned. The Nigerian Customs Service has surpassed its revenue targets within 6 months of January to June this year. The service collected 3.6 trillion within 6 months, which represents 55.93% of the service annual revenue collection.
I became a CG, one of the first steps, because I was very deliberate about the issue of collaboration and the fact that I would want to walk a different route in the discharge of our mandate. I knew revenue was very important. I knew security was very important, but I also knew that we could, operate successfully in both worlds, if we maintain the balance, and that is if we use the tools of trade facilitation. One of the things that I also tell our officers in our words and in our deeds is that we must wear the shoes of our organized private sector operators so that we understand where their shoe pinches. We must feel what they feel if we really want to, put our operations in their hearts, or put them in the heart of our operations. Do things that will respond directly, to their needs, So, and this is what WCO encourages us to do, the World Customs Organization, that for you to run a modern customs organization, one of their strong pillars, 21st century building block, is that you must have very strong partnership with the private sector. See them as partners, feel their pains, be deliberate, in ensuring that your operations, your activities are those that would help their business, that will help them in the discharge of their mandate. So it all speaks to what we do in the trade facilitation ecosystem. I'm happy you mentioned Bodogu. Bodogu has been enthusiastically received. Of course, we have some teaching challenges here and there, but such is the nature of technological projects of those magnitude. You should expect that there will be glitches here and there.
The management of Nigerian Customs Service has approved new method of collection of duties. Under the new regulation, goods valued at $300 or less will be exempted from import duties and taxes.
The Nigerian Customs Service Board, NCSB, at its 63rd regular meeting held on Tuesday, 2nd September 2025, chaired by the Honorable Minister of Finance and Coordinating Minister of the Economy, Mr. Wale Edun, has approved a de minimis threshold value for low-value consignments imported through express shipments or by passenger baggage. This decision, which takes effect on Monday, 8 September 2025, aligns with the best global practices that aim to simplify clearance processes for low-value consignments, enhance trade facilitation, and provide clarity for e-commerce stakeholders and travelers. By definition, it is essential to note that de minimis threshold is a value below which imported goods are exempted from payments of custom duties and related taxes established by the national legislation. To support the smooth implementation of the de minimis regulation, the Nigerian Customs Service will establish multi-channel help desk platforms. These dedicated channels are designed to serve as direct points of engagement for stakeholders, providing timely guidance on compliance requirements, addressing inquiries, and resolving complaints that may arise during implementation. This initiative is expected to stimulate cross-border e-commerce, minimize clearance delays, and further consolidate Nigeria's position as a regional leader in trade facilitation.
And similarly, as we are seeing with the help of of revenue-generating organizations like Custom, increase in government revenue reflected throughout the Federation, both at the federal level and within the state governments and indeed the local governments. And so a lot continues to be expected as we move towards implementation with a deadline of the first quarter of 2026 for the implementation of the National Single Window, which is a combination of digital automation and efficiency-inducing activities in the import and export sector.
A new area controller in charge of semi-border has been appointed by the Controller General of Nigerian Customs Service. The outgoing controller was promoted as Assistant Controller General of Customs, also by the service.
A new area controller, Nigeria Customs Service (NCS), has assumed office at the Semi-Area Command of the service. He is Controller Wale Adenuga, who formerly took over the mantle of leadership from ACG Ben Oramarugo at the ECOWAS Joint Border Post, Seme-Creek Border Post. Controller Adenuga, while speaking in his inaugural address, praised the outgoing CSC for his achievements and pledged to consolidate on them. He outlined his vision for the command, placing trade facilitation at the heart of his leadership.
We meet all the sisters agencies. I would really want to meet us. Let's meet collectively. We meet individually. We see what we can do differently from what we are doing before. You see, we see that how can we make the semi-border, the biggest border in West Africa, to be a pride to everybody in Nigeria. Not somebody will be referring, go and see what is happening in Ghana, go and see what is happening in Senegal. Let us make semi-border a pride to Nigeria. To my Controller General, who just gave us all these opportunities, we are appreciating. One, our Controller General is the President of World Customs Organization, the first African to occupy that kind of seat, and the first black man to sit on that seat. And one of the things we must do is we need to make him proud. Not some people will say, okay, see our president, see what is happening in his country. No, that will not happen. I'm coming in with trade facilitation. Let all the stakeholders feel comfortable. If you make your proper declaration, within 2-3 days, your good is out of border. Nobody should delay any consignment. That their consignment and is properly done, we will not delay it. The more trade facilitation we do, the more revenue we get. You see, we are looking, and when we do these things, what do? Smuggling will be reduced. And when you do a legitimate trade, the people who are doing legitimate trade will be able to pick them out from legitimate trade. That's where the drug NDLEA will come in and be able to pick what they need to pick easily without any stress. So I want to rest assure everybody. The Shippers Council, like I said, I work closely with the Shippers Council when I was in Apapa. You know, we took the revenue of Apapa to 16 billion daily, and we work in collaboration with the Shippers Council.
In his farewell remarks, ACG Oramalugo described the day as one of mixed emotions, joy at God's faithfulness and his promotion, but nostalgia for the bonds built during his time in Seme. He highlighted key achievements under his leadership, including sustained suppression of smuggling with significant seizures of prohibited goods, improved revenue collection, and enhanced trade facilitation to ease legitimate business while safeguarding national security as well as fostering inter-agency cooperation and community engagement, among others.
Today is a day of mixed emotion for me. Joy because of God's faithfulness and nostalgia because of the bonds we have built here in Seme. When I arrived as area controller, I knew the responsibility was not just to occupy an office, but to serve with commitment, integrity, and results. I have the singular opportunity of serving 3 area commands as a stretch, from Kebbi to Oyoshu and to Seme. And I want to thank the CDC for giving me that opportunity. The beauty and brightness of the place. You can see the behavior of the stakeholders within our place. It has changed for better. Even the behavior of officers to a certain extent has also changed. Because I have been able to teach them the rudiment of custom work in cooperative terms with the other customs we have in other Senate clients. I'm able to teach them that this semi-border is not just a border. That is an international border we call Abidjan corridor. Whatever behavior you put on the road tells our story. And what I have tried to do over the years, when you mess up on that road, I will punish you adequately. When you do a good job, I will praise you. And that is the result of all the positive things you are saying. Looking back now, I'm grateful to God Almighty for granting me the wisdom, the strength, and the protection to discharge my duties without blemish. I live here with fond memories. I look forward to hearing of even greater achievement from Samaria Command under its new leadership. As I leave you, make friends with your fellow officers, make friends with the stakeholders. Don't regard anybody as an enemy. There is still life after customs. It's like a circle. Prepare yourself for retirement. If you have the capacity, go to school more, acquire more degrees. Like I always tell people, we have 200 million Nigerians. We don't have up to 500 PhD holders. They are still in endangered species. The more you learn, the more you have more capacity. May God bless you all. Amen. And may God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Amen. Thank you.
The event ended with a collective pledge from all agencies and stakeholders to work in synergy with the new leadership to boost revenue, curb smuggling, enhance security, and promote seamless trade at the semi-border.
You are watching the program Customs Report. The Nigerian Customs Boss has been speaking in Nigeria on how the Nigerian Customs Service has been working in the country.
The Comptroller General of Customs, Bashir Adewale Adeniyi, has emphasized the significance of customs reforms and trade facilitation in unlocking Africa's economic potential. Speaking at the Intra-African Trade Fair, IATF 2025 in Algiers, Algeria, Adeniyi highlighted the need for efficiency, transparency, and innovation in customs processes to strengthen African exporters' competitiveness and advance continental integration.
The chairperson of the World Customs Organization, representing 186 customs administrations and processing 98% of global trade, I can confirm that African customs modernization is accelerating rapidly. Through the EU WCO programs, most African countries have adopted the Harmonized System 2022. We have trained over 4,300 trade practitioners across the continent, and we have certified 40 master's trainers spreading trade facilitation knowledge from Cairo to Cape Town. And moreover, there has been a strategic level commitment by the WCO and the AFCFTA Secretariat through the Memorandum of Understanding signed in 2022, which was aimed at harmonizing customs procedures that directly support continental trade integration.
He highlighted that through the Customs Service, Nigeria has already embarked on wide-ranging modernization programs, including digitalizing clearance processes, improved enforcement mechanisms, and capacity building to create a seamless trading environment.
Know that when we get it right in trade facilitation, it will help us to, increase turnover. It will help us to increase volume, and then it will translate into revenue. So,
What we've been doing in the last 2 years are stepping stones, are platforms for us to be able to achieve this. We already have an AEO program. We piloted it last year, and now we have several companies in Nigeria that are enjoying the benefits of expedited clearance in our ports, reduced documentation, and all of that.
CGC Adeni stressed that the reforms being implemented by customs align with the African Continental Free Trade Area objectives and would position Nigeria as a regional hub for trade facilitation and industrial growth. A major highlight of the event was the announcement that Nigeria has secured the hosting rights for the next edition of the Intra-African Trade Fair 2027, a development widely applauded as recognition of the country's leadership in regional integration and ongoing economic reforms.
The newly promoted Assistant Controller General of Nigerian Customs Service has officially handed over to a new area controller in Apapa Customs Command in Lagos.
Right pumped up by officers and men, Nigerian Customs Service, Apapa Area Command. Very senior officers, rank 63. Senior officers, rank 401. Junior officers, rank 70. Altogether, 522. Right pumped up. Ready for your inspection, sir.
When I was on duty on the 6th May 2024, it was with sleeves rolled up, 2 hands on deck, enjoying the maximum support of my officers and men, and more especially our ever dependable and amiable stakeholders, as well as government agencies and private sector operators, including the media. Let's quickly have a summary of what we did in 15 months. Time will not permit me to reel out every achievement, but we will try and attempt a summary. Together as a team, with our ever reliable officers and men, and our amiable stakeholders, we were able to confront odds to excel, and we accomplished in the area of revenue generation, trade facilitation, and anti-smuggling. This team spirit was imbibed in taking a cue from the CGC's policy direction of working closely with all stakeholders at various levels. We have laid a solid foundation for consolidation under the guidance of the Controller General of Customs, Bashir Adewale Adeniyi, MFR DSMPSC Daga. We ensured that this command can operate optimally, all on an autopilot mode in revenue generation, anti-smuggling, stakeholders engagement, ICT deployment, and all other indices for measurement of customs efficiency. I want to specially thank God Almighty for bringing me this far. The Controller General of Customs, Bashir Adewale Adeniyi, MFR DSMPSC Daga, all officers and men of the command, and my highly esteemed and highly revered stakeholders, distinguished members of the Fourth Estate of the Realm, for their unwavering support towards our collective success during this period of 15 months I was here as Customs Area Controller.
I want to extend my profound gratitude to the Controller General of Customs, Bashir Adewale Adeniyi, MFR, FNIPR, FNIIA, DSMPSC DAGA, and the management of the Nigerian Customs Service for entrusting me with this strategic responsibility. I assure you of my utmost commitment to justify the confidence reposed in me. I also wish to pay glowing tribute to my predecessor, whose tenure has been nothing short of historic. Under his leadership, the Apapa Command became a benchmark for excellence in revenue generation, enforcement, and trade facilitations. Kudos to Assistant Controller General Dr. Babatunde Olumefesai for this. We will face challenges, but we will tackle them together with resilience and determination. We will also celebrate our successes together because every milestone we achieve will be a testament to our collective hard work and commitment. Together, let us consolidate the gains, embrace innovation as we collectively write the next chapter of legacy for our Papa Command and the Nigerian Customs Service at large. Thank you, and God bless.
A new controller has also been appointed to take over Kebbi Command. He said that smugglers should desist from act of smuggling in the zone.
Comptroller Mahmood Matawale Ibrahim has assumed the leadership role of Customs Area Comptroller at the Kebbi Area Command of the Nigerian Customs Service (NCS), succeeding Comptroller Chidi Chukwumeziri Nwokore. According to a statement issued by the command's public relations officer, SC Mohammed Tajuddin Salisu, the handover ceremony was held at the command's conference room on Monday, September 8, 2025. SC Salisu noted that the event was attended by the command's management team, officers and men of the command, and members of the press. In his opening remarks, the outgoing CSC, Comptroller Nwokore, highlighted key achievements during his tenure, including surpassing the command's revenue targets by 13.9% within 8 months, introducing weekly exercises and bi-weekly medical checkups for personnel, and inaugurating and commissioning the Secretariat of the Customs Officers' Wives Association, COWA. He expressed gratitude to the Comptroller General of Customs, CGC Bashir Adewale Adeniyi, for the opportunity to serve and lead the command. In his inaugural address, the new CSC, Comptroller Ibrahim, expressed sincere appreciation to CGC Adeniyi for entrusting him with the responsibility. He outlined key priorities including discipline, robust anti-smuggling operations, enhanced revenue performance, effective border management, stakeholder engagement and compliance sensitization, as well as personnel welfare and capacity building. The ceremony was concluded with both controllers touring the command for the official handover following the signing of the handover notes.
B. Odogu, as approved by the management and also by the board of Nigerian Customs Service, has been generating more revenue for all commands, including Tinkan Customs Command in Lagos. The Tinkan Customs Command has continued to surpass its revenue target with B. Odogu as approved by government.
Despite glitches and challenges associated with the newly developed indigenous technology, codenamed B. Odogu, of the Comptroller General of Customs Bashir Adewale Adeniyi MFR led customs management for faster clearance of cargo, Tinkan Port Command under the effective management of Comptroller Frank Okechukwu raises hope of its efficiency and potential. The Frank Okechukwu Onyeka-led command on 19th of August 2025 recorded a landmark revenue collection of 16.412 billion naira in an effective deployment of the indigenous technology innovation of Customs Unified Customs Management System codenamed B. Odogu. In a release made available to the press by the Tinkan Command Public Relations Officer, Chief Superintendent of Customs Oscar Ivara quoted the area controller of the Tinkan Port Command, Comptroller F. Onyeka, to have said that 16.411 billion naira single-day revenue haul was a strong indication of not only the efficiency of the B. Odogu, but also a proof of its responsiveness and transparency in streamlining port operations. The statement posted that the B. Odogu system has drastically improved the ability of licensed customs agents and stakeholders to assess payment platforms and complete cargo clearance processes in real time without unnecessary delays or administrative bottlenecks. The statement also added that the system has integrated all elements of ports and customs operations under one digital interface, resulting in faster processing, accurate valuation, and enhanced cargo monitoring activities. Describing the record-breaking figures as a reflection of the game-changing role of the B. Odogu system, in modernizing customs operations and not just about numbers. Comptroller F. Onyeka, who recently described the customs indigenous second take, Comptroller F. Onyeka, who recently described the customs indigenous innovation Biodogu as an indigenous innovation masterpiece for trade facilitations and compliance in a chart with the Assets and Maritime magazine.
The customs has run a test on locally built airboats for anti-smuggling in the country.
In a bid to strengthen its maritime security and exchange anti-smuggling operations, the Nigerian Customs Service (NCS) and the Defense Research and Development Bureau (DRDB) on Wednesday, 3 September 2025, jointly tested a home-built airboat at Jabi Lake, Abuja. The locally developed vessel, designed to maneuver in shallow and hard-to-reach waterways, was inspected and taken on a test run by officers from both agencies. Experts at the exercise explained its unique capabilities, positioning it as a valuable addition to Nigeria's security arsenal. Speaking during the exercise, Comptroller Hanel Haderson, who oversees special duties at NCS headquarters, hailed the innovation as a milestone in indigenous technology, emphasizing its role in advancing anti-smuggling efforts and capacity building. Director of Maritime Research and Development at the DRDB, Rear Admiral Suleiman El Ladan, highlighted the significance of inter-agency collaboration in strengthening maritime security. He noted that partnerships such as these were crucial to addressing evolving threats. The exercise ended on a symbolic note as the Director General of the Defense Research and Development Bureau presented souvenirs to the two senior customs officers in recognition of their participation and commitment.
The Nigerian Customs Service has continued to generate more revenue for the country. This year alone, they made 3.6 trillion within 6 months of operation in the country. For me, Igiseme Idiye, thanks for watching.